like overpowering them right now.
And that's not gonna last long.
Dude.
But yeah, okay, here's one example. Metal Gear Rising, or I guess like Metal Gear as a whole. Like all the villains there, they're just militaristic to a T, but it's the ideology behind their militarism that makes them so fascinating.
Yeah, some of them are legit sympathetic. Like some of them like do it out of obligation. Some of them are had to do it due to
Hold up,
you
drone.
know. Let me see on the thing here. I don't see it prone on the map.
I hear it, it's up there. Yeah, I see it. On the other side of this wall.
Oh yeah, I see it now. Okay. Opposite way, opposite side. Opposite side. Yeah, it's definitely on the opposite side.
So like, okay, if my memory is right, okay, so Metal Gear Solid 1. The villains there, they just basically, yeah, they take orders from a guy who just wants to cause war. But the problem is, they're all sympathetic because of their own upbringing. Basically, they follow this guy because they know that in their hearts, it's all for the guy that they truly respect. Only reason why they're following this guy is because this dude is related to him. And to that, I'm talking about Liquid Snake. Basically, the reason why his little faction followed him all the way to hell was because they respected his father. So by serving the son, it's like they're doing a service to the father. Because Big Boss was everything to them. Like, for Mantis, it's like, okay, for Mantis, it's not much for Big Boss. It was for Liquid Snake. Like, those two have been known each other since kids. And, for Sniper Wolf, yeah, she respected the hell out of Big Boss. Now, it was during the real Outer Heaven that he raised her. And then for Raven, yeah, it was just out of respect for Solid Snake, because he was a soldier. He knows Liquid ain't the only other son. Like, Solid is the other son.
And Big Boss?
Big Boss? Okay, well, to be fair, you fought him, like, back in the 8-bit games. But here's the thing, that wasn't even Big Boss. That was just the Phantom, the doppelganger you killed. Big Boss doesn't come back up until, like, Metal Gear Solid 4, that he reveals, yeah, I faked my death the whole goddamn time because I knew you'd be after me.
But aren't we talking about, like, motivations, whether it's sympathetic or not?
Yeah, but here's the thing. The reason why they're good villains, it wasn't out of sympathy. It was out of respect. They know they're soldiers. They know they're killers. And here's the thing. That's all they know.
Who's that from over there?
Oh my god, it's like I'm hitting the bars or something. Fuck this, I'm moving out.
I already did that. I already cleared it out.
Yeah, you did. Dude, fuck this fog, man. But yeah, pretty much for Liquid in general, for him, it's like, okay, for Liquid, the reason why he's good as a villain who's like, okay, Liquid crosses... What?
Did you get the phone?
Oh. Alright, hold up. Coming home, National Guard. That guy's probably dead.
Hey, baby. Looks like I'm coming to...
Never mind. His girl's dead. So, hold up. Terrible. Alright, so, yeah, no, Liquid, he really breaks the border between sympathetic and just straight up evil. Because, okay, basically, if you take away the context, he would appear sympathetic at first. But this guy was straight up orphaned at birth. He was left as a child soldier in Africa during the Cold War era, where literally...
So tell me, why do people not want sympathetic villains? Is it mostly they don't...
Hold up. First off, I'm still on the point of, like, Metal Gear Solid.
Oh.
Okay, to answer that, there is no reason. They're just bitching because they're tired of seeing one type of villain over the other. When here's the thing, guys, we already got a healthy dose of that villain already, but it's time to get another taste of another type of villain. You know what I mean? I guess it's more of like exposure of anything. And it's like, okay, then dude, watch things that already have that kind of villain for you. It's like apparently people get sick of it when it's like the newest thing on the block. And it's like, okay, here's the thing. It's the newest thing on the block. Give it a fucking chance, dickhead.
If they must have not watched a good variety of shows or movies if they found like that. There's plenty of different varieties of in media all over the damn place.
Yeah, it comes down to exposure. It's like, guys, I don't care if the villain's sympathetic or not. If they're a good bad guy for the story, then yeah, it helps the story.
Pretty much, yeah. If they can actually, give a run for the protagonist's money, even better.
Like, it comes down to the chemistry between the hero and the villain. And that depends if the chemistry is good. Because if the villain is just evil for the sake of evil, then I want my protagonist to be the biggest badass ever. And only reason he would go through mental struggle is when he has to make a tough choice between, like, the situation or the outcome. And if the villain's sympathetic, then I really want to see if they can actually get a win up until their great big defeat.
Yeah. Oh, did you know there's actually such things as one of the shows I didn't realize was a sympathetic villain was actually one of the main characters called in Breaking Bad, what was it? Jesse? Yeah, Jesse Pinkman was actually a sympathetic villain.
He's a villain? Well, he's a criminal, yeah.
Yeah, well, just because you're a criminal doesn't make you the villain of the story. Because literally anybody is the main character of their own story. It's just whose point of view is it that the reader, watcher, viewer, whoever is going to be in. And
even still, villain is like a strong word to use on certain characters.
If villain, you could just boil it down to the villain is like the main antagonist in the way of the hero, or the main protagonist.
At the end of the day, it's now become a nickname for antagonists.
Yeah.
Alright, let me see what I got. Okay, yep, I did dismantle everything. I am Sam Fisher number 8. Okay, vendor guy, what do you got for me?
Maybe they can take care of my frostbite.
Never mind. Wow, you got anything to tell me? No, you don't. Alright. Alright, Doc, what can I give you?
Looks perfect. I can't thank you enough. But I will bring you something from my wine rack.
Intensive care.
At last, intensive care. Dedicated resources for the worst cases. This will save lives, Agent.
It's common to get injuries when you use muscles.
Hope I don't have to run from anyone.
Still get sick,
Alright, time to go to the cops.
You know you want this. Here are my prayers.
What's new? It's on second thought, never mind. I'm trying to protect my family. It's just human.
My back is all fucked up.
Oh, yeah, I've been neglecting
I
our
need some meds back.
our third wing. The tech wing, yeah, really put anything to it. Time to change that.
Have a good one.
What'd you say?
No, I said I've been neglecting our my tech
the
wing.
Lord's work.
Yeah, I'm about to go there now. Cop guy, you got anything to say? No, you don't. But yeah, back to Metal Gear. I guess what makes Liquid so in between the point of sympathetic and just straight up evil. Okay, if you take away the context of him, it's sympathetic. Like, again, orphan, child soldier in Africa, white kid amongst a bunch of other black kids. So already, like, down on his luck. And again, he is supposed to be the son of the greatest soldier who ever lived, who killed the other greatest soldier who ever lived way before him. So already born down on his luck and already has some high expectations upon his birth. Immediately after meeting up with his dad, just breaks a bunch of shit in his base, steals his giant robot that was going to help him have a nuclear deterrent, and yeah, just went off the fuck off somewhere. So yeah, Jesus.
Yeah.
And if you put the context in, everything he does was because he hates his dad and brother. Because basically, it's like, Dad, you abandoned me. I was supposed to be your successor. Instead, I got neglected, and my other brother became your successor. And the reason why he hates the brother wasn't because he's the successor, it's because, yeah, you're better than me. Not just because of skill, because we're equal at that. Because, hey, when was the last time you destroyed 3 jets with a helicopter, but you were born with the dominant genes, and I was born with the recessive genes. So for some reason, through some kind of genetics, Solid Snake was just born better than he was. And I'm like, dude, have you seen all the things you've done? I would pretty much call you guys equals, if anything. Like, I don't know what all this gene talk is about. In fact, I kind of forgot how... I straight up forget the importance of it straight up the line, because technically these guys were naturally birthed, but yet somehow it's considered cloning.
Yeah, I never got too close in the Metal Gear, so I pretty much have to take your word for it since I...
Yeah, no, trust me, it's too convoluted to remember. Like, yeah, dude, some certain points, they just don't matter later on the line. Like, it's more of an interactive movie, if anything.
What was that?
Nice.
Woman,
The armory's
the
up and
woman
running now.
that trained
More weapons and equipment for the
that
good
trained
guys. Way to go, Agent.
Solid Snake?
I can tell you.
Okay, the woman that trained Solid Snake, that was the boss.
Yeah. I forgot what her, but I think she had to do what she did to keep embarrassings, I think.
Here you go.
Actually, no, it's not like that. Okay, so I already discussed about Liquid. Okay, so Metal Gear Solid 2, pretty much Solid Snake, the long-lost third son of Big Boss. So pretty much for him, what makes him a good villain was because, technically, again, like Liquid, he's in between the border between evil and sympathetic. Because, again, okay, this time it's reverse. Take out the context, this guy's just straight up evil. It's like, he's willing to turn America into a dictatorship, or in some fucking shit means, in order to destroy the current establishment and cause never-ending war in the war economy. Basically, this guy was going to make terrorism a business. Okay, put the context in, he's sympathetic because he knows he's a victim of the system. Basically, the reason why he wants to destroy the current constitution of America is because it's corrupt and rigged from the start. Because as soon as you were born, nothing is real. Nothing's patriotic. Freedom does not exist. Because the system was already built to begin with.
It's rigged.
Yeah. He wants to destroy it all and build it anew so that freedom does have meaning again. Because every social media, every choice, everything written on paper can just be adjusted later to fit the narrative. He wanted to bring back freedom of speech, no matter how many little boys he inducts into child slavery and child soldiery. So, yeah, now not the person you asked me, the boss. For her, dude, just sympathetic. Straight up sympathetic. Hell, even if you take away, like, the context, like, you can get from the world building later that, like, yeah, no, this chick was just screwed from the start. Like, take away the context. Pretty much, she was going to take the blame either way. And then put the context back in. Okay, literally, served World War II. She served in World War II. And, like, okay, yeah, served in World War II. Was in love with one of the members of her unit, and during a mission after World War II, the government straight up tore out her womb and stole her baby. Baby got shipped out to Russia to be a KGB, and literally they were going to pin everything of the nuclear disaster in the Cold War on her in order to save face to maintain stability with the Russians. And here's the thing, all this was her father's idea.
In my honest opinion, I think, well, yeah, it's a story, so it's made like that. But if it was like like reality, just disown your father and just go somewhere else.
Honestly, for her case, it's going to be hard when you're considered the greatest soldier who ever lived.
The greatest soldier that have ever lived can literally either retire or quit and just move somewhere else away from his father. She has no obligation to him, only like a paycheck. She can literally just do whatever the hell she wants.
Problem. Her father is a part of a group called the Philosophers. These guys ran the world. So someone as good as her, no way they're going to let her go.
Okay, I can work with this.
Yeah,
At
that's
that,
You've
at that
actually
point,
got some
at that
skills,
point, I'd
huh?
rather just shoot up the damn place just to get the hell out. And if she's not good enough to do that, then yeah, then she's pretty much screwed.
I mean, she could have done that. It just defecting to the Russians bought her some time because she had
Yeah.
a whole unit that was like loyal to her and her alone. The problem was, yeah, like the U.S. knew that. Yeah, no, this is gonna be a problem. Okay, so pretty much,
I'm ready to go.
okay, hold up. Okay, so basically, flat out, for her case, it's like she had to buy time in order for it's like this. I guess if anything, her main goal, if anything, was very small compared to the grander scheme of the situation they were in. She didn't care about America anymore. She didn't care about Russia. Everything she did was for Naked Snake, the snake that we played
Yeah.
as, the one that was going to become Big Boss. She wanted
Yeah.
him to know the truth. Either be loyal to yourself or be loyal to your country. For her, she technically stayed loyal to her country, even if she did defected.
Yeah, its effect just disappeared. It shoot up anybody that could be able to track you down. Because I've seen some movies and shows where they actually did, where the defector actually went out of the way to kill everybody that actually know them to cover their tracks.
Oh no, she didn't even do that. She just straight up sided with
Uh,
she straight up sided with the actual bad guys.
yeah, figures.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
yeah, the Russians that Snake was sent to defeat. Yeah, they just wanted to start World War III, and they were gonna do
yeah.
it by just like slingshotting nukes.
Oof.
Like, here's the thing: like when a nuke ignites and flies off, that could be detected. What they were gonna do to launch nukes, no detection because the missile never ignited to fly. But yeah, pretty much that was such an unwinnable situation on both ends. Because
Oh
like,
yeah.
fuck, like there was no happy ending there. And then
Yeah, it was.
go ahead.
That's they need a big boss to really be motivated and taking charge and actually doing something about it. That was the whole point of the whole situation.
Yeah.
He needed to basically make sure that something like this cannot happen again, and so he needs to make countermeasures for it.
Well, sadly, it did happen again with him.
Ooh, yeah.
Ended up leaving the U.S., formed his own paramilitary, and now everybody considered him the world's enemy.
Oof.
Like it's a
So
good
basically,
like it's a good distraction from the competitive country when everybody hates the one group that apparently doesn't fit in the big puzzle.
you know how it is.
Good one, Agent.
It's
Satcoms
easy
will
to
let us
actually
receive data from
skewer
around the world.
perception to
Finally get
that
the bigger
side of
picture.
it, especially if the bad guys can be able to sway public opinion. That's something that happened exactly in Star Wars. After the whole after when
Holy crap!
after
You
Episode
just made me the
3,
happiest grouch in his
the
place.
Emperor made sure
Central
to get
heating.
rid of all historical
Consistent heat. I'll make a
historical
lot of friends with this
stuff
one.
and books, anything that's to do with Jedi. He disposed of all that stuff. So by the time 20 years later, 20 plus years later, people don't even know who the Jedi is. And he basically promoted a lot of the military when it comes to the
Not bad.
troopers.
This new gear
So
could really make a
so
difference.
there's almost
Nice job.
no end of people enlisting there because you can actually get free work like the military when it comes to there. and basically the odds are always stacked against any Jedi that goes against them. So yeah, perception can easily sway anything.
Yeah, not to mention, it's just like, yeah, no, it's hard to like one group depending on what they do. Like, if you're a Sith, you're as free as a bird, but you're just straight up a
Yeah.
monster. But if you're a Jedi, you're respected as a guardian. But dude, you can barely do anything in your personal life. You're a slave to the system.
Unless you decide to like